Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know this is probably the first time you're seeing our faces like this. My name's Kelly.
I'm Steven.
We are a family, a husband and wife. We've got 2 kids, as you can see from the pictures behind us, that we love to travel. And we recently went on a celebrity cruise aboard the Apex. And when we were cruising, we decided to prepay for some stuff. And one of the things that we prepaid for was the photo package. Do you think it was worth it?
I think it was.
Yeah, this is all just the prints. So let's start off. I'm going to start off by saying there were some pluses and minuses to the photo package, I feel, on this cruise.
Yeah.
I guess not even the photo package, but the way that
they did the photos on the ship.
Yes.
It wasn't a traditional, just backdrops.
Yeah, most cruises you go on, there's in that promenade area, there's lots of areas where they have different backdrops so you can walk up and see the backdrop. This cruise, it was a green screen area. There was one area that had a green screen, and every night that changed. And then there was other locations because the ship is super beautiful. So you got different backgrounds. It was just the ship. It wasn't
backdrops, yeah. It was the portions of the ship were your backdrop.
Yeah. So with that, we ended up pre-purchasing the photo package before we sailed. We paid $179 for the everything package.
Well, which is digital and prints.
So the prints are 8.5 by 11s, and they're nice quality, matte finish. They gave you one of each of all the images. So we have everything from our cruise printed, which to me, the difference on price between just digital and the prints at the time when we booked was about a $50 difference. And
the prices do vary. I did see the digitals go down to as low as I think $100 or $99.
Yeah, they did run a sale at one point.
But at the time that we booked, the digital with the prints was on sale at $179, and we felt that the extra cost difference of the $50 is well worth it for the prints.
Absolutely. I went on to Costco's website right before I press record here, and it was $1.79 per 8.5 by 11. We had 397 images that were taken, downloaded to us,
and printed.
So if I would have paid outside of the cruise line for that, it would have cost about $710 just to print all of these prints from Costco, and they're extremely reasonable, and the print quality is really high. So I definitely feel like the value was there.
Yes.
So now,
as far as it goes, one of the things we said, there could be some negatives. The green screen was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Reason being, it's a green screen. So us not being aware of that, a few of my wife and daughter's outfits had green in it. So they were invisible in those pictures.
It actually made for some pretty funny pictures. And then some of them, you had a Hawaiian shirt.
Yes.
That changed the color of it. It didn't look bad. It just didn't.
It wasn't what
he was wearing. So I would just say keep in mind if you are
gonna do that. Yes.
Yeah, if you're gonna take pictures and you are purchasing, maybe don't wear things with green in it because it is going to change.
Now, there are other spots for pictures as well. I mean,
this is one. Hold on, I'll show them. So this was one. My husband's shirt, you can see straight through to the boat. So, and then my dress was actually olive green, and it just looks like a tinge of blue. So that was one that was a little different color-wise. But
again, that's just for the green screen areas. There are other areas to take the picture, but if that's all you're relying on is those other areas, your pictures are going to be very repetitive.
Yes. And when I do say that we had 397 images, a lot of these images are duplicated poses on different backgrounds.
That's the benefit of the green screen. You are kind of getting
a lot more
images out of by them having all the different backgrounds.
Because I know in the past, we've actually, our last celebrity cruise we did, was on the Celebrity Equinox, and we also purchased a photo package. We didn't do the prints, we just did the digital that time, and we had 158 images. But I will say, some of them I loved the poses, but I hated it on the background that we were standing on. So the benefit of having this green screen is you may
have loved the picture,
have loved
and weren't as wild, but been like, oh, I wish this was on this background. And
you get that.
So yeah.
So I think another thing that people aren't aware of, and you should be mindful, there's that photo area where you can see things. Now, if you're prepaid it and you think like, oh, I'm just gonna go down and pick them up at the end of the cruise, because they're using facial recognition along with your stateroom number, you have to go down and kind of scroll through images because some don't get connected to your room.
Also, I believe we had to give authorization to use the facial recognition. So
especially for
all
the
the
minors.
pictures that were taken before we did that, I don't think it linked those for the facial until we actually did that authorization.
So that took a little bit of time for me to go through and
because that was a couple nights into the cruise that we figured that out and realized that. Mm-hmm. So that is something that like wasn't real evident to us that you might want to go down the first evening and find out, so that way you don't have to go through hundreds of pictures, because whenever you go through them, you're going through everybody's pictures
on the cruise.
And, you're going through the moment that night.
So it is definitely one of those things you want to do that before the cruise ends, obviously, because you want to make sure all of them are linked to your account. You are emailed the link as soon as you get home. We had the digital.
I mean, I know they say it's within so many, but we literally had it same day we got off the ship.
And the other thing that I thought was really great, if you don't have the internet package, you still sign on to the Wi-Fi to use the app. And when I went down, I think it was like day 2 or day 3, I went down to the photo area, and the gentleman down there told me that we could go on the website. There was a code for our room. We could access the pictures on our phones and download them directly to your phone when you were on the ship. So then when we got to port, we could send them to family and like share on social media.
Without having the Wi-Fi package.
Yeah, you didn't have to pay for it. So that was actually really cool too, because it gave us the opportunity to
look at them on your phone, and you could even download them right then and there on your phone
if you wanted to. So that was really cool. So I truly feel like the packages are worth it if you buy them ahead. I think
they can be a little expensive if you wait to get on board, and at that point, I wouldn't be as advantageous maybe, but
absolutely.
Definitely if you're planning on buying a couple pictures, a photo package is worth it. I mean, you're talking, I think the single pictures are like $25 a piece or something like that. So
it adds up pretty quick.
It's I believe our last cruise we did, that was it, our friends ran into that issue?
Yes, they didn't prepay the package. There was a couple of pictures that they had with my kids, so we got those. But the ones where it was just their family by themselves, they couldn't add them to ours.
And they ended up really liking them, and they ended up buying the single pictures for basically what we paid for all of them.
So definitely look. I also want to say too, it was about 3 months before we sailed that the sales started popping up on different things.
I believe I booked it around December, and we sailed in March.
So start looking if you're cruising.
It's a few months out. It's usually whenever they start running all the specials. I mean, even your excursions and all that stuff, if you keep an eye out, you save a good bit of money whenever you book stuff before the cruise. So
absolutely. So I hope this helps anybody that is planning on cruising and wanting to. If you're on the fence about buying a photo package, I hope this helps you, because
I think it's definitely beneficial, especially if you, like us, a family that has kids, that you look forward to having those family pictures and different things. It's something we really enjoy. It's a part of our vacation whenever we go. So absolutely.
So I'll put up a couple of, I think, the best pictures that we had on the cruise. And thanks for watching.
Yep. Hopefully it was informative. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave in the comments. We'll try to do our best to answer.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.